Good morning. My name is Chief Strumblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I am the diaspora machismo. My people, I did not protest today. But if I protested, the front of my signs would have said, I don't want the white man's money, the white man's woman, the white man's friendship, and or the white man's fee. And the reverse of my sign would have said, white man, why have you re-enslaved the African American, the Latinos, etc.? Since I did not protest today, let us get right into the matter. In my last video, I spoke about whether Ralph Gonsalves is the world boss or whether he is a slave master. And in that video, I brought some very important information to your attention. Information that most people don't know about. Today, I'm going to elaborate on that video and give you more information. In 1948, in discussing when the children of slaves will be completely under white slavery once again, at the rate of which they were going in 1948, those leaders decided that they will be able to accomplish their objective by 2025. So when Ralph Gonsalves was busy getting involved in the rape of our women, the inducement of our young men into homosexuality, as he did with the members of the United People's Movement, where he induced them to fuck him up the ass in order to enslave them, his sabotage of our economy to ensure that things become harder on the black people and the other non-white nations in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, was Ralph Gonsalves playing his role in ensuring that St. Vincent meets the white agenda for 2025. There are other things that he did. They are so significant, I will leave them for a later video. So the reality is, people like Lavon Evans, Sean Stanley, Tammy Kirby, Orlando Brewster, C.N. Marshall, Noel Jackson, and the other people who were deceived by Ralph Gonsalves into becoming slaves did not have a chance because they thought that all was well with the activities they got involved in. Since I'm going to deal with the way the re-enslavement of our people have been impacting Hollywood, let me make this clear here. There are only a handful of people in Hollywood that I know of that are not slaves. Cat Williams, The Game, 50 Cent, and Ice Cube. These are the people who I know for sure. Everyone else fall into the category of slave. Always bear this in mind, is that the United States of America and Hollywood are not concerned about talent, skills, and hard work, especially when it comes to our people. What they love is, are you a slave and are you popular enough to lead other members of your people into becoming slaves also? In this, the United States of America, it does not matter how talented you are. It does not matter how skilled you are. It does not matter how hard working you are and how hard you are willing to work. If you have not violated your body with homosexuality, bestiality, and abortion, or if you were not raped and did not out your rapist, in other words, if you are not a slave, your skills, your talent, and hard work has no value. You will never get the opportunity to use those qualities in the development of yourself and to become a productive citizen in this place. In order to give you a better understanding of what we are dealing with, I am going to use two celebrities. I'm going to use one who is a part of us, a part of the Caribbean. I'm going to use Nicki Minaj, a Trinidadian by birth and American by citizenship. And I'm going to use another female, very popular female, Keke Palmer, who is an American by birth. Nicki Minaj had an abortion while she was still a teenager in high school. And by virtue of her abortion, she became a slave. And by virtue of her enslavement, she qualified to become successful in America and in Hollywood. That is why her music career took off and she has never looked back since then. But she was still a slave. Nicki Minaj knew who her master was. And each time she did something, said something publicly, or went somewhere and or associated with someone who her master did not approve of, she was punished. She understood the severity of the punishment that her master is able to inflict upon her. Keke Palmer, on the other hand, had an abortion in 2019, and in 2020, in a Twitter post, she declared that she had an abortion the year before when she was in New York working. She thought having a baby at this stage of her life would affect her Hollywood career, and therefore she killed that unborn child. One thing you have to realize is Nicki Minaj discussing her abortion with the Rolling Stone magazine in 2014, and Keke Palmer's tweet in 2020 had nothing to do with them making a choice. Those decisions were made by their masters. The instruction was given and they had to comply with their master's instruction in order to avoid being severely punished. So why would their master want them to make the abortion public? Because vulnerable young men and women who are fanatics for Nicki Minaj and Keke Palmer, who wants to be like them, if they are caught in such a situation, it becomes easier for them to have an abortion because their idol, Nicki Minaj or Keke Palmer, also had abortions. This is also a part of the strategy in trying to accomplish the white agenda for 2025. There is a little saying, misery loves company. When Nicki Minaj discovered that Keke Palmer had an abortion also and made her abortion public, Nicki Minaj knew, like her, it was not Keke Palmer's decision to make her abortion public. It was the decision of her master, and she had to follow her master's instructions. So this was Nicki Minaj's interaction with Keke Palmer when she discovered that Keke Palmer also had an abortion.
So we were at the Met Gala, and I was with Marc Jacobs, and he was talking with Charlie Jacobs and Nicki Minaj over there. They were over to the corner. And I know Nicki because she, on DM, she connected me to David LaChapelle for my baby shower photos. And so I wanted to tell her in person, thank you, you know? And so I walk over there, and she's in the middle of talking to them. She's like, I need to talk to you. Hold on. And I'm like, I done did something. Yeah, Nicki about to cuss me out at the Met Gala.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and wait and see what she had to say. And then she's like, look, I don't read the press. I don't know everything that's going on. But I just wanna tell you, nobody knows what it's like when we turn off the lights and we gotta be with ourselves. So you do whatever you need to do to be good with you.
What she's actually saying to Keke Palmer, Keke, no one really knows the position we are in. No one understands the pain and the suffering we have to go through when we fail to comply with the instructions of our masters. So you have got to do what you have to do. Ensure that you don't put yourself in a position where your master can punish you. For one, Nicki Minaj is willing to do whatever she has to do to ensure that she don't have to contend with the punishments of her masters. Listen to this. Even before Donald Trump was president, this is what Nicki Minaj had to say about Donald Trump.
But Donald Trump, he gets to hang out with young and have 50 different wives and just be cool.
She had a disdain for Donald Trump. And when he was president the first time, this is her Facebook post. I came to this country as an illegal immigrant at 5 years old. I can't imagine the horror of being in a strange place and having my parents stripped away from me at the age of 5. This is so scary. Please stop this. Can you try to imagine the tears and the pain of these kids Right now,
The utmost respect and admiration for our president.
But Nikki makes a lot of money, and she's generously stepping up. She's investing hundreds of thousands of dollars in Trump accounts to support the children, and really the children.
I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's gonna motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, you know, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him.
now Nicki Minaj is celebrating Donald Trump as her favorite president, as the best president ever. This is the same man who several years ago, who was dissatisfied with the way in which he interacts with women, even before he became president. This is the same man who have pushed you into empathizing with the alien children that were placed in concentration camp by Donald Trump and his immigration policies. All of a sudden, this man comes, Nicki Minaj's favorite president, a man who she have a great deal of respect for. What changed? What changed is that Nicki Minaj knows that she don't want to be punished by her master. And any assignment her master gave her, whether it will degrade her, whether it will make her look like a fool, she's willing to do it, because it is better to be degraded or to appear as a fool than to be punished by her master. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I am the diaspora machismo. Like this video, share this video, leave your comment on this video, let me know what are your thoughts about what was said in this video. Remember to like or subscribe based on which social media platform you're viewing from. Also, let me know which part of the world, which part of this vast world you're viewing this video from. And I'll talk to you on Friday.